Hello guys, this is it. So I have made a auto hotkey script where with the press of a button it will automatically switch the Streamlabs scene. So I have one scene for game and another scene for video that I'm watching in the background. So with the press of a button, it will first mute and unmute the game audio and the video podcast. So it's basically switching the audio between the game and video that I'm watching in the background, or I will call it video podcast. And secondly, it will also switch the Streamlabs scene between game and the video podcast. So if I'm doing something that is mundane in the game, I can press the button, mute the game, play the video, and then switch the Streamlabs scene to the video. And if I encounter something interesting in the game, press the button, pause the video, unmute the game, and then switch the Streamlabs scene to the game. So that is what the script will do. And let me give you an example here. I'm pressing the hotkey in 3, 2, 1.
Challenge can be fun.
Sure.
There you go. Game audio is muted.
I'm sorry.
Streamlabs also switches scene to this one.
Oh boy.
This is scene 2 and this is scene 1. Video scene and video game scene and video podcast scene. And now I'm pressing the hotkey again in 3, 2, 1. There you go. I'm pressing the hotkey again in 3, 2, 1.
A sense of achievement over.
Are you being that reporter talking about the Tetris kid?
Pressing the key again in 3, 2, 1. Pressing the hotkey again, 3, 2, 1.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit.
Alright, I think I will want to do this a couple more times to show to you guys, and also for easier for me in the future if I'm watching this video for me to go to the part where I'm showing the example of it, and after this I will show you guys the script and how it is done. But I will not show the part for the audio switching because I have made a video previously. You guys can just go back to my previous video and watch that, a dedicated video on that audio switching. This one is more on how I do the scene switching in Streamlabs and how the script works. Alright.
Good Saudi guy? What?
Yeah, I think it's Saudi, but sure.
Saudi? Sure. Showing that Hakum's personal data and PlayStation account info was being leaked on Telegram.
Okay, you know what?
Also claimed that
let me pause the video here and focus on the first monitor here. Give me a second here. Okay, and the script. Okay, so this is the script here. By pressing that is way too big. How about like this? Okay, so this is the auto hotkey script. This one is just command, the one with this. And then first I set the current scene to 0 because I'm not sure how I will start my Streamlabs, right? How I will start it either on this or on this, and how the audio is going to be. So I set it first at 0, and then when it is first started running, current scene at 0, I can choose either to set the current scene to 1 or 2, depending on here what I have it run. So the game is scene 1, the video is scene 2. And then I will run the audio switcher action, which basically will send the media play pause and also run this script right here. Sound volume mute.vbs. This is the script that I made that will run a script that will mute or unmute the game that is currently running. And this script just send the media play pause to play pause the video that is playing, right? So first, while I'm playing game, it will get the active window ID over here, and then check if Streamlabs is running. So if this Streamlabs obs.exe is running, if the window exists, right? We do all this, right? If it does not exist, then we send a message saying that Streamlabs OBS window is not found, basically saying that the Streamlabs obs.exe is not running. That is the point of this check if win exists. Right, check if it exists. It does exist, right? So we just wait for it to make sure that it is responsive, and then we activate the window, then give a little bit of time, and here we switch between the scene. If the current scene is 1, we do the Control Alt Shift F2. If the scene is not 1, right? If it is not 1, if it is in scene 2, we send it Control Alt Shift F1. Oops. Control Alt Shift F1 to switch to scene 1. And then we set the current scene to 1. So the tricky part is to send this down and up key separately in OBS with a little bit of delay right here, 50 millisecond. Because if you just do send and then Control Alt Shift F2 together without having it down, delay, and then up, OBS will not detect that hotkey. So you have to separate key down and key up with about 50 millisecond of delay. So this scene we have right here is actually a hotkey over here. So I set it, switch to scene over here, Alt Control Shift F1 to switch to scene number 1 or the game scene, and then Alt Control Shift F2 to switch to scene number 2 or the video podcast scene. And yeah, that's pretty much it, right? So yeah, the run this switcher or audio switcher. So basically pressing the hotkey, it will run the audio switcher over here, get the active window, check if OBS is running, and then check if it is in scene 1, switch to scene 2. If it is in scene 2, switch to scene 1. And of course, after switching, set it to the current scene, right? After that, you just switch back to the previously active window here, the one that we record right here, get active window ID, then switch back to the previously active window. And then to do this part, AHK Streamlabs OBS, there's more detail on it on my previous video. I think it is the video before this video or 2 video before this one. So you guys can go to watch that video to know more about this, how to get the AHK exe, the name of the exe. Well, you know what, let me show you guys. You just need to open Windows Spy over here. So this Windows Spy app comes with the auto hotkey version 1.1. So this is where you can get follow mouse right here. And then as you can see, the AHK exe, notepad exe. So this is the exe name for the program that you can find. All right, that is pretty much it. So I hope you guys understand my pretty long-winded and quite terrible explanation, but yeah, well, hopefully me in the future can look at this script and understand it by watching this video. All right, thanks for tuning in, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye bye. Tara.